Hi guys, shooting for fun here. We're continuing on with our series of basic cleaning for our shotguns and rifles. Now this guy here, this is probably one of the most popular shotguns on the market. This is your Remington 870. Okay, now they make several different models of these, and some of them you can get with the synthetic stocks, and they just make a ton of accessories for this thing because it has been around for a lot of years. This guy's been in a lot of movies. Police use these as well. Now this is a 12 gauge Remington 870. They make them in a 410 and a 20 gauge as well. It's a pump shotgun, holds 4 rounds. It does come with the plug, depending upon your particular state. The hunting rules in ours here in Kentucky, we only allowed to have a 3-round mag. So you pull your end cap off here. You install your plug, and it'll let you put 3 shells in at a time for hunting. Okay. Now, since we just use this for the range, I've taken the plug out. It's just a little bitty, about a 3-inch dowel rod. That's all it is that goes in there. Now, the way this guy works is you have your mag. It is a magazine tube-fed kind of shotgun there because it's semi-automatic. You got your little follower here, if you can see the little orange tab here up front. And the way you do it is you take your shell, you push it up in there, and you kind of rock your thumb and push it up in there, and it loads the magnet. Then you just take your next shell, push it up in there, your next shell, you push it up in there, and when you get them all in there, you're good to go. And notice here you have your slide block there. That's where your firing pin and your extractor and everything is located. And you have a little lever. You can see it here, right here by the trigger gun. And that will lock. See, right now, you cannot pull the slide back. You have to actually depress that button to be able to pull your lock back the first time. Okay? So, here's what we want to do. We want to open this breech up. You want to push that button right there, right here, and it allows us to slide our magazine open. Now if you can see up in there, you can see the end of your barrel right here. If you move this forward a little bit, here's where your firing pin and your extractor are right there. Okay. Now, the way I do it is I'll take my bore spray, we'll spray down into our barrel. We have our 12 gauge bore snake. If you notice, these guys are a little bit thicker, and you can see the brass brushes that are on here. They do your scraping, so it actually does your then we'll run our snake down through here. It actually does the same thing as your rod type cleaners. It's got the bristles on there for the cleaning, and it's got the material for your thing. So what we'll do is so it's like doing the rod and the pads there, but all in one swift stroke there. So we'll feed our nick down through there. Yeah. There we go. And as we grab that, you can see where it's going to just pull it in. And voila. We've got our barrel clean. Now what I do is I'll take my liquid rim oil cleaner and I'll take it in around my barrel there. I make sure that I want to get that little feeder tube there, and we'll get up in here around where the slide is. And then what I'll do is I'll move my slide just forward a little bit to where it brings up the follower to where you can access where the firing pin and the extractor is. Here's our extractor. Now, the counterpart to this guy is the Mossberg 500. This is kind of like the Remington counterpart. And basically the only difference is our Remington uses I believe it's a steel cylinder here, but it only has the one ejector on the one side. But the Remingtons use a steel receiver. The Mossberg, it uses I believe it's an aluminum receiver, and it has two ejectors. It has one on each side. So, I thought about these guys when I was looking to buy the guns, and do I want the heavier duty steel receiver, or do I want to be able to have two ejectors, to be able to make sure it ejects good? And so I have both guns, and I've shot both of these, and there's really no real difference. I mean, I haven't had any extraction problems out of any of them. The only thing that I have noticed with this guy is it wants you to rack it quick. It wants you to go really fast, because it throws the other one out and it loads the next one in. If you do it kind of slow, the one's trying to eject while it's trying to feed, and it could cause you some problems. I have had some hang-ups that way, and that's because I've just racked it, trying to go slow. Okay, so now we've run our snake through our barrel. We've cleaned our inside part there. You can go down here, wipe off your follower there, make sure it's cleaned out really good. And that's pretty much all you have to do with these guys. Now, from time to time, if you wanted to, you can take our end cap off here, pull this out, and you can take your magazine, you can take your whole barrel off, and you can run your snake through your barrel that way. And then you can clean into the inside part of here and the face of it and everything as well. You can also, these little grip pieces here, these little bars here, you can take them loose. You can take your feed tube off, you can clean down through it as well. I don't do it every time I shoot. That's something you may want to do maybe once a year, just to make sure get the residue and stuff out of there, so you don't have to worry about your shells getting stuck in there. Now this little guy, like I said, is one of the most popular guns on the market, and there are literally thousands of accessories for this guy. There's different stocks that you can buy. They make the ones with the little gun grip that you can slide it back with. They do come with the synthetic stock. They do have a tactical stock that you can get for these guys. And they are interchangeable barrels. you can get, this one has a 26-inch barrel. They make a 28-inch barrel. They make an 18-inch barrel that you can just take off and swap and put on there. They actually make, for your magazine, for your tube here, they make tube extensions. You take this off, you screw your extension on, and it'll allow you to hold more shells. Some of them you can get up to 20 shells. You know, just for, you know, skeet shooting or at the range, you know, so you don't have to reload so much. And some of them, they even come out, you know, I don't know why you would want to, but they even have some that come out way past the barrel there. And when you get the ones that come up with the longer tube extensions, they come with a little clip that holds it to the barrel and holds it to the side there for support. And they just make, you know, accessory after accessory for this guy because, like I said, it has been around forever. Now this one, they make a couple of different models. They make one, this is a 2 3/4 and a 3-inch. And then they make another version that's called the Magnum, which will shoot the 3-inch Magnum shells. Now the Magnum is kind of like the Cadillac version of this gun, you know. It comes with, you can get this is a like a parkerized kind of finish here. They make one that has the polished finish. They make them in stainless steel. I mean, you can get this thing in pretty much any kind of way you want it. Okay. Like I said, this is pretty much the standard model for our Remington. It does have the trigger guard safety here. Like I said, but this guy is locked in place. It will not let your lever come through. So you do have to press that on the trigger to be able to slide your slide. And you notice it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to slide your slide. You see them on TV. One of the things on one of the Terminator movies, the girl had the gun and she was, yeah, she had the gun where she shook it and racked it that way, you know. So now, what we would do is, we got our gun cleaned off, we wipe it down to get any residual residue off of there. Just get any fingerprints and things down. And these are excellent shooting guns. They're great for hunting. They make specific models for turkey guns, rabbit squirrel guns. They're great for using with the targets with the exploding exploding targets. They work great for that. And it's just a fun little gun to shoot. Now it does kick a bit. It's a 12 gauge, I'm not going to lie, it does have a little kick to it. I actually went out and purchased this guy. It's called a limb saber. And they run for around $10. You can get them at Walmart or anywhere, hardware stores, gun shops. And it's just a little padded, got some little coil tubes in there where it just helps absorb the shock. Now I shot it the first time and it didn't bruise my shoulder, but it did leave a little tender. So I got the limb saber here, I put it on there, I took it back to the range, and I was able to shoot it a lot more without having, you know, the discomfort there. So this does make a substantial difference. It still kicks, but you don't have to feel it as often, right? Okay, so this guy, this is our probably one of the most popular shotguns in the world there, our Remington 870 12 gauge pump action shotgun. Thanks for watching, guys.